On Sunday, July 14th, 1974, Bundy approached Ott and Naslin in broad daylight and asked him to help him unload a sailboat at his parents' house. After striking up a conversation with him, he explained that his arm was injured and that he was unable to unload the boat by himself. He also claimed that his parents' house was just up the hill. The abductions of Ott and Naslin occurred separately, just 5 hours apart. On both occasions, he convinced his victims to get into his Volkswagen Bug and accompany him to his sailboat. In reality, there was no boat, nor did Bundy have a sore arm. At the beginning of his murder spree, Bundy quickly learned that he could prey on young women by taking advantage of their helpless nature. Once his victims got into his car, he immediately drove to a secure dirt road in Issaquah, where their skeletons were discovered roughly 2 months later. Ott's abduction was around 12:30 p.m., and this is the location where Ott and Bundy met at 12:30 p.m. and she was abducted. Three and a half hours later, Bundy returned to Lake Sammamish to look for his second victim. At 4:30, he approaches Naslin by the restrooms and successfully employed a similar ruse. During the investigation into the disappearances, the police learned that a man calling himself Ted had approached multiple women at the park that afternoon. After speaking to several witnesses, they released a sketch to the public. This is the restroom where they believed that Naslin was abducted by Ted. Now we are going to go in the restroom and show you what it looks like, because it looks exactly like if it was 1970s. Nothing has changed in the restroom except for a couple light bulbs in the outer surrounding of the restroom. So this is actually the original restroom from inside. You can tell the floor. I mean, it dates back from the 1960s probably. We're gonna look on top of the ceiling. Door panels. It's probably the original sinks. Could have been upgraded, huh? So the way the report reads is that she was last seen going to the restroom. So this might have been the last place that she actually was in, you know what I mean, in the restroom. We are heading out to the location where 4 of his victims were dumped. And the way I understand it is there was two hikers hiking along the trail, and they spotted a skull. So the next day, they reported it to the police. Now, why they waited a day to report it? Maybe because they were scared. But anyways, we're going to the location to see what we can find and if there's anything left. So this is it, guys. They say they found the skull like right over there. Two hikers were hiking on the trail and they spotted them. Got back up. Obviously, it's no trespassing, so. So I am at the house of Janice and Ott. She was 23 years old when she was abducted by Ted Bundy at Lake Sammamish State Park. And this is her old house that she and her parents used to live. So as you can see, it's vacant. There's nobody there, or otherwise I wouldn't be here. So we're just going to take a quick walk around the house and see, what it looks like. So as I'm walking towards the back here, you can see a lot of the stuff is original. I mean, that looks like the original door, don't you think? Probably has a basement in the bottom there. And you can tell the old electricity box. I think now they use a meter. And it's painted white. So I'm not sure if that's the original color. And I was trying to get a glimpse in the bottom. I couldn't see nothing. So now we're going to the other side. Yeah, so you can tell that those wires in the bottom are like old telephone wires. And I'm not sure if those steps were there when she lived here, or they put them on there, because this is now it's now a business, like an office building. So yeah, guys, it's her old house. It's Janice and Ott's house.